Hey, Patrick. Well, of course, this became a matter of not if, but simply when this would happen. And in fact, the two met last week during their weekly meeting on Wednesday, Director of Athletics Whit Babcock and Justin Fuente. And it was in that meeting that Babcock informed Fuente that he couldn't foresee him being the leader of the football program. Hey, after Virginia Tech just wrapped up some warm-ups, just ran behind me into the locker room. You'll recall their game on Saturday with Clemson. They struggled with their physicality. So the plan tonight is simple. Play hard for 40 minutes and feed the big man, Keve Aluma, early and often. Mike Young told us, hey, this was an 0-2 team in the ACC. In fact, 0-4, 2-7. He said when they get out of this thing, it will be a beautiful thing. And guess what? Certainly was. Confetti, of course. All over the floor behind me, Virginia Tech celebrating their first ever ACC tournament championship win. Eric Johnson live here in College Park, Maryland for the NCAA Women's Tournament. Just over an hour ago, number 5 Virginia Tech upset by number 12 Florida Gulf Coast.
You know, I feel like I'm 10 years old all over again. I got my glove here with me. I've definitely outgrown it since the age of 10.
It's going to be max effort on the field tonight. I got an entourage of folks around me. Max effort for me as I try to put this ball into the right target here. I don't know where I'm headed, but let's see. I think I'm going to stick to my day job and just talk about sports. It's been a matter of finding an identity all season long for Eastmont and for Perry McClure, who you see warming up just behind me. There's no denying that the strength of this Washington team is the defense, and it starts in the trenches with the front four that's nastier than your third-grade bully. Chase Elliott was clear and simple earlier in the week. He doesn't care about the points. He didn't care about the stage wins. He wanted the race win, just like his main sponsor on his car, Napa Auto Parts. Napa know how, Chase knew how to get to victory lane tonight. The Virginia Cavaliers' Elite 8 win, ironically, comes on the 10-year anniversary of head coach Tony Bennett's hiring. Now, as the team prepares to go to the Final Four in Minneapolis, they are still sticking to their motto of united pursuit through failure and success. On paper, it was just another regular high school football game for Perry McClure battling district foe Bath County. But for sophomore Landon Catlett, it proved to be an unforgettable night.
You can hear it on the video. One of my best friends, Aaron Pruitt, he said, "Score a touchdown." And then as soon as I scored, I just thought about my dad and how he had coached me from when I was a little kid all the way through high school.
25 years ago, his dad, Eric Catlett, was in a similar scenario, a shining moment on the gridiron, kicking the game-winning field goal for the Blues against Rockbridge County. The then multi-sport athlete would go on to instill athletics not only in his son Landon,
throw and go,
making me dribble 3 balls in the basement on Sunday morning,
but the community as well, including the likes of Evan James Cook.
Growing up, I say everybody just wanted to be like Eric. He was a nice dude. He really helped everybody out. He was actually our coach that year we didn't win a game, and he was always motivational. You know, always made sure we were playing our hardest no matter what the scoreboard was. And he's really like one of the reasons I fell in love with football.
He was often described as the ultimate family man and life of the party. As an avid fisherman, he even found light on the days that the fish weren't biting.
he was always wide open. It was never a dull moment when he was at home.
Eric's infectious spirit touched all whom he came in contact with, which is why the community continues to grieve the loss of a husband, father, and mentor after blood clots reached his lungs and heart following an auto accident earlier this year.
When you first heard the news, what was your reaction?
I was heartbroken. I don't even know how to describe the feeling. It was just a piece of my heart kind of like fell off.
Evan was one of the first teammates to reach out to Landon after the tragic loss, saying it's not only what he wanted to do, but rather what he needed to do.
It's just really my job to be there as a best friend or / brother. That's just really our relationship. We're always there when each other needs each other. We got each other for advice.
Playing with heavy hearts, Landon and his teammates have continued to suit up with an unexpected added touch.
That's a 15.
Carolina blue.
When you first saw it, what was that like? You taking the field and you seeing all those white helmets.
It just showed that like the football team really cares for me. The community's there for me.
With unwavering support, Landon keeps in mind a simple motto his dad would always say: do what you can while you can.
And with that comes moments like this.
I got to do it for him, and that I wouldn't be this good if it wasn't for him.
Increased banking and faster speeds, just some of what to expect on the newly repaved track at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The NASCAR Cup Series had its first real test with the next-gen car on an unfamiliar surface today. So here we go. A nice day in the ATL. 4 to go in stage 1. Kyle Busch spins on the front stretch, collecting Austin Dillon. They both were running in the top 5 when that yellow came out. William Byron would win the stage under caution, lap 209. Ryan Blaney takes the lead and wins stage 2, just as Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin crash off of turn 4 right here. In the closing laps, Bubba Wallace made a valiant run on William Byron, could never get there as the 24 car gets the checker flag, as a nasty crash on that last lap would ensue. It's Byron's 3rd career win in 149 starts. Top 10 finishers, 23-11 and Team Trackhouse are looking very good early in the season. 3-4 finish for Kurt Busch and Daniel Suarez. Chase Elliott finished in 6th. Truex Jr., Logano, and Bowman round out the top 10. NIT second round, UVA at North Texas. Second half action, Reese Beekman three-pointer, smooth as butter for the 34-26 score. Later, it's Beekman again on a putback off the miss. 10-0 run gives UVA a 36-26 lead. Jaden Gardner, he had a tough layup, and it's 44-37. 17 points for him tonight. But the mean green battled back. Tyler Perry, in the words of Medea herself, hallelujah, 3-ball and 1 4-point play, ties it at 55. It forced overtime. It was the Armand Franklin show, not 1, not 2, but 3 straight three-pointers. He finished with 17 points. UVA wins it in overtime, 71-69. They will play St. Bonaventure in the quarterfinals on Tuesday night. UNC Wilmington takes down VMI in the CBI tournament, 93-78. Trey Bonham led the Keydets with 26 points. Jake Stevens had 23. On the first official day of spring, we begin to shift our focus to some spring sports. Virginia Tech softball off to another solid start this season, full of high expectations. Currently ranked 6th in the country, and they enter today's series finale with UNC perfect in ACC play, 8-0. Overcast and a little rainy, flat out cold at times with the wind at the start, but ace pitcher Keely Rochard provided the heat in the circle. She fends the first 3 batters she faces, 6 total strikeouts, and only allowed 2 hits and 1 walk. Bottom of the first, the Hokies bats were alive and well. Cameron Fagan hits one to left field, good for a 1-out single. Next batter, Alexa Milius crushes one deep to center field. Hey, look, she's trying to give me a souvenir right here. Look how close this came to me. Nonetheless, 2-run blast for the lead. Tech will score 5 runs in the inning before they sweep the series with the Tar Heels. 9-1 win in 5 innings. Staying in Blacksburg, the Tech baseball team, fresh off a program record 22 runs on Saturday, looking for a series win against Pitt. Here we go, 2 men out. Connor Hardigan facing a 2-2 count, and he says, see ya! Solo home run, his first of the season. Hokies up 1-0. Top of the third, the Hokies were in a jam. Ryan Okuda on the mound. He had a man on base when he walked CJ Funk. So in came Graham Firaved on the mound. The bases were loaded, no outs. Pitt looking like they're going to get some work done here against the Hokies, but Firaved, 3 straight batters. He strikes them out. Huge moment. Hokies go on to the 7-1 victory. Other baseball scores, UVA wins it their 5th straight and a series win over BC 16-8. Liberty gets a road win at North Florida. Radford falls 6-5 in 10 innings to Charleston Southern. Your news and notes, UVA women's swim and dive team, they won their 2nd consecutive national title last night. Liberty women's club hockey team made history, winning their 4th straight ACHA D1 title. And LeBron James now 2nd on the all-time scoring list in the NBA, past Karl Malone on Saturday night.
Ooh. You got a lot going on. Eric, do that Medea impression again. Do it again.
Well, you know, a little Tyler Perry. I had to play it up.
No, that's fine. Go it up.
We know she says hallelujah.